Darwin Project, early access. I'll tell you what, I do like this game. It's a little bit different to Fortnite with the same similarities. Basically, this is just a quick run through on the basics to get you started. First of all, you've got your shop if you really want to spend some money, but not necessary. This is all cosmetics. You get a level progression. Each time you gain a level, you get a gift. The dressing room, once again, changing your cosmetics and your looks, more for intimidation purposes, I suppose. And I'll get straight into the game. So currently, when you join a game, this is the equipment list, which I'll get into a bit later on. When you join a game, there's solo and duos available at the moment, and you unlocked director at level 5. There's a couple of different servers around the world. Some are more popular than others. Unfortunately, I have to join a US one because Australia isn't that popular with this game, and I was waiting over an hour. So, jumping in, this is the main lobby. There's a number of different equipment and setups you can start off with. So first of all, you've got armor, which is just an added bonus to protect some extra shots. Different types of arrows obviously have different benefits. To start off with, you should just stick with the normal arrow. You've got a cage trap, along which you can sub out for a number of other things. Snowball helps you put out fire, and then you've just got basically a number of traps. Glider's quite popular. Going into the electronics, so these are the things that spawn, kind of like loot crates in the game. They're quite special, but definitely give you a battlefield advantage. So you'll stick in the waiting lobby until there's 10 people, then with a countdown. So here you finally got some fur coats to keep you warm because there is a weather effect in the game. I'm just going to pause it here and quickly explain the UI. On the left hand side, you've got the mini-map split up into 8 zones. So each time the director of the map will isolate one of those zones, thus making it smaller and smaller, and they do have control over that. You've also got the orange and red bar, which is your health. Blue is your temperature, which is the coldness, and the white bar is your stamina for sprinting. Along the right hand side, you've got your inventory, so how much wood you've got, how much leather, and down the bottom is what items you've actually crafted, which are available to use. Around the minimap, you've got how many players are left, how many kills you have, how many arrows you've got, and if you've got any armor with the bottom left. So you drop straight in, typically in front of a tree, so you're going to bash that down, collect some wood. There's 2 main crafting materials, which is simply just wood and leather. Along with, there's a bunch of loot crates and chests in the map, which will just give you a random item. So at the start, there's 10 people divided up quite evenly around the map, so you do have a bit of time before you engage in someone. If you're unlucky, you might spawn quite close to someone. So at the start, basically you're just looking for leather and wood, and if you hit some chests, that's going to be a bonus. All the leather are in these chairs, as well as random deers around the map, which you can then kill and collect the leather. So first of all, I'm just going to craft a couple of traps and a couple of arrows, because definitely you chew them through them quite quickly when you do get into a battle. A fur coat is definitely a priority item that you do want to get. The cold environment does beat away at you and can affect you. So you've also got these maps randomly around the place, which will give you the exact location where everyone is. So it definitely helps you identify how much time you've got to farm and where you ultimately want to head to. So at the start, I recommend just getting a feel with the crafting items and just getting the essentials as fast as you can. And then definitely the biggest skill in the game is trying to land those arrow hits, which can be quite challenging at the start. I've not even level 5 yet, and I'm still struggling to get kills, which you'll see later on. The lag doesn't help. So it's pretty clear throughout the game how many players are left. It continually reminds you, and occasionally you will get hit with the cold, which then you've got to create this fire to get your blue bar back up. It does generate a lot of smoke, and everyone sort of knows where you are. So it is a good idea to put out that fire once you're done, unless you do want the attention. This is an example of this zone getting smaller. A particular zone has been nominated, which will force players to other locations.
Is about to be forbidden.
Situation, that little eye on the screen means someone's tracking you, which means they pretty much see exactly where you are for that duration. It's not good because you sort of don't know where they're coming from, so you've always got to be on the defense. He is quite far away because he hasn't sort of engaged with me yet, so I'm just trying to build up a bit of a defense for him to come. I've heard a couple of shots but still don't know where he is. He zaps me with the freezing thing and then locks me in this cage. To get out of these cages, you've just got to beat it down with the axe. So I throw down a bit of a smoke screen, give me a bit of cover. It definitely helps as a defensive maneuver. Still haven't been hit yet, which is a benefit, but my cold is definitely dropping. I'm trying to bait him here into my bear traps, give me a bit of time, but you know, that only catches newbies. So each arrow hit is about 150 with a 200 damage headshot. Axe swing, another 150 damage. So this guy's just really good, and I'm horrible at throwing darts, so it doesn't take him too long. Another person engaged, so I was hoping that was an opportunity to get away. I definitely needed a fire, but he was just chasing me hard out, so I couldn't really do much. Once you die, it shows your stats with an option to spectate. Sometimes a good option to spectate just to learn a bit, which is what I'll probably do now, just to watch this fight. You can see there's a couple of hits landing, and they're obviously trying to get a bit of arrow hits. This guy's only got one arrow left, so he's really desperately trying to get more. Looting the body obviously picks up all their equipment, so he's pretty well stocked up now. He prioritises armour, gets his glider because he really uses that to engage. So he's still only got one arrow left. And this is the tracking, so he's got full visibility over him. It is a bit of a game of duking. That's one of the teleporting abilities. Close fight, he can't see his health, but we can as a spectator. But he's just sort of calculating how much health he's got left. Whenever you hear the clank, that sort of means that you've denied the arrow attack with an axe attack. And now it's down to the last two. He's sort of just restocking now, collecting up all his gear, and I'll fast forward a bit to get to the next fight. So as you're playing throughout the game, you'll see these sort of damaged trees marked red, meaning another player has actually harvest that. Once you track that, you'll have visibility over them, so you see where exactly they are. He obviously knows where he is. He's trying to collect all the arrows. His trucks run out, so he's just going to retruck again, give himself visibility. This is what he uses to engage, gets in close combat, and zaps him. This is the trick that he did on me. Pretty smart move. Definitely might copy it. And now he's just trying to land an arrow hit. Maybe the bear trap might be a better option. He doesn't have too much time left because he's starting to freeze over.
Zone is now forbidden. 3 zones remaining.
So he takes this opportunity to build a campfire. Gets his health up a bit, assuming that the other player is doing the same thing. He really wants to engage, which he does at a good time. But he's just all over him. 1 hit left. Tried a smoke screen but couldn't pull it off. So we've got a winner with a bit of stats. Disappointing for me, I didn't deal any damage, but maybe next time.